it's what you're saying to yourself and what you think of yourself that determines how your life will go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So do you remember the first day that you were outside of your where you live and you went and talked about your book? How did you do you remember how it felt the very first time?
I haven't done a public uh, speaking event. When I give it to someone,
Yes.
because I have given it to some people in the hope that it broadens the audience that I'm going to, that I want to touch. Um, I think I'm probably very what's the word? I'm not vain. I'm not vain in any way. It's kind of like I wrote this book. I'd really like to give it to you, and I hope if you like it, you will leave a message, and you will encourage someone else to read it. And as soon as I mention it's the things I would say to my younger self, it clicks right away with people.
That
Because
is
they say, oh my goodness, I wish, that's, I either thought about doing something like that myself, or I would have so many things to say to my younger self. So I think it's touching on what older women um, can relate to, that they would love to be able to say something to their younger selves after having learned through life.
that's
What?
so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's good.
I love it. You give me ideas. Keep tell me, remind me when we do our session next time that I said that because you give me ideas for the
Okay.
next step. That's a cool,
Okay.
like the fact that when you say those words, it's what clicks.
Yeah.
That's really
Yes.
important. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read your bio, and then what
Mm.
we're gonna do, you're gonna pick whatever, or you do whatever. You choose or you go random and you
Yeah.
start reading. Okay, you'll see. But first, let me introduce you to Giselle Rojambal, born in Sudbury, Ontario, turned her passion for sports into a career as a communication strategist, known for her influential work in government and sports communication. She has served, sorry, I'm missing stuff here. Founder of Mokli Keyword Communication, her business. She has served as a communication liaison for Team Canada at listen to this, seven Olympic, Paralympic, and Commonwealth Games, and advised federal and provincial ministers on policy and communications. Giselle loves animals, the outdoors, especially cherry blossom trees. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Her and she loves and enjoy helping other women do the same. So welcome here, and
Thank
let's
you.
go for a read. It's up to
Okay.
you. I'm just gonna disappear for a minute, and you're gonna run the show.
Okay. I think I'll start with the introduction. I think it touches on uh, the why behind the book. So I remember being a little girl like it was yesterday, and I know I became a woman along the way, but so many parts of me never actually grew up. I faced a lot of challenges as a little girl that I simply wasn't ready for, and those experiences stunted me in so many ways. As much as it hurts to think about some of the things I've been through, I know I'm not alone. I've spoken to many young women who can relate or identify with pieces of the story I'm about to tell. We are born as blank slates. I think of it as our basic nature. As little ones, we take in everything around us and build a sort of playlist of memories, beliefs, habits, emotions, thoughts, hurts, and joys. The playlist is being created for us by everyone and everything around us. I've also learned over time and through a lot of hard learned lessons that some of the tunes we have in our mind are part of a few experiences from the past holding power over us. We choose to listen to songs that aren't meant for us when we feel we aren't powerful enough to choose otherwise. My yearning to be loved and my lack of self worth are rooted in a few hurtful or traumatic moments that are etched into my mind. I think of my playlist as a vinyl record. Each thought, each belief, each memory is like a groove in the vinyl. The deeper the groove, the more it is part of me. I have quite a few deep grooves, some of them really difficult to change at this point in my life. But it really is never too late. The magic is in knowing that every day and through every experience, there exists a choice to change what the vinyl record plays back. And that means we all hold the power to change our lives. Since my 65th birthday, I have found myself wondering what I wish I had known at a younger age. Yes, there are certain things about life that we can only learn through life experiences. We get wiser with age, or so I'm told. I've also learned very useful things that I deem really important to know at a much younger age. And that's where the purpose of this book comes in. I want to share some of this wisdom I've gained with as many young women as possible. Let's see, I'll jump a few. If only I had known then what I know now, how different my life might have been. Imagine knowing earlier in life that your thoughts determine to a large degree how your life will unfold, and to know that thoughts are not always true. Imagine if you knew at a young age that loving yourself unconditionally is what will help you deal with life and its challenges. I definitely missed the boat on loving myself, and that lack of self-love shaped so many of my decisions and outcomes. And where do you go to learn to love yourself once you're older and don't know how? Again, that's the question that led me to writing this book. What was missing in my life was knowing the importance of me, how to love and take care of myself, how to become the woman I wanted to be. If my mind had been my friend, if I had worked to change my thoughts about not being enough, my life would have been different. I now believe that the biggest, most important project in life is me. Self-love and self-respect have become my priorities, but I wish I had prioritized these things much earlier in life. There's one guarantee in life: everything will not go as planned. When this truth inevitably shows up in your life, your power is in your chosen mindset. What are you telling yourself about your worth and your capacity to pivot? For most of my life, I have felt like there was a void. It felt like a hole in my heart. After a difficult divorce, I spun into a dark place. I hadn't felt well for years, but with the divorce came a deeper plunge into depression. After 3 crashes, I've been on medication since the age of 31. I spent years reading books, seeing therapists and doctors, taking courses and going to retreats, all in the hope of finding a magic formula that would make me feel better and fill that void. In the process, I learned a lot about myself, and I managed to navigate life relatively well, but I always thought something didn't feel right. So those are what the learnings that I share in the book, is that what I know now that I should have known before. We don't learn self-love. We don't learn how important what we say to ourselves is in life. We can't control life. We can't control the world. And I think the book tries to give you the tools that are yours that can control how you deal with the life that you face. Because they are things that we should learn much younger in life.
What about we remove the word should?
Yeah, you don't like
We
should.
get to choose to learn that.
To choose. And
Can
by
you guys
choosing,
feel? Yeah.
you also become more responsible. Nobody can be blamed. Blame leaves you stuck. Learning about yourself is what frees you from blame. You can look within and see, what can I control about what happened? And once you know what you can control, you then decide what to do with that. Looking outwards and trying to change something around your life, coming from outside, will only cause more pain, because you can't change what comes from outside. You can only work with what's inside.
So, Giselle, yes, thank you for reading your book with us. Tell us maybe about, some of the key feedback that you received, whether it's people you know or you don't know. What have you heard so far? Because I find that it's exciting to see how people perceive the book once they start reading it.
Yeah, yes, the comments have been really mostly from women, but even from men who said that they learned things about themselves by reading the book. But in terms of the women that I've heard from, a lot of them saw themselves in what I wrote, and were kind of grateful that I've been told that I'm brave for what I did share, and I think it is brave to, in the end, to have shared what I do, because most people don't know. We don't know what depression looks like in people. Someone can look fully in control, very happy, but if there's something inside that's hurting, like I talk about that void and that cloud, nobody else sees it. So that's why it's so important to be kind to everyone. Everyone's going through a journey. Other comments, a beautiful comment about just how women from 20 to 50 could learn or appreciate the lessons that I mention in my book. And one person said it's like talking to a wise friend when you read this book.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's always like I said before, when you hear those comments, you realize that the journey was worth it. And that there's a bit of humor. If you can't laugh at yourself, it's you got to start there. So yeah, I just wish, my hope is that, I was aiming towards younger women, is that at 20 you find out what you're about before you make these huge decisions in your life. The divorce plays a part in my book. I was very young. So I would just like young women to find themselves, to have their dreams. And then people come in and out of your life, but your dreams are always yours. And you continue on that journey as opposed to taking curves along with people who come in and out of your life. Sometimes those curves are worth it, but always targeting what it is in your heart that you want is really important to be able to define.
So that's an amazing bridge to this. So if you don't mind to show your book for people who are just joining on Instagram here, hello. But I want people to see you, so just keep it while I talk. So the question, not the question, Giselle is looking for opportunities to introduce her book to circles of women, younger women, or even in her book, she has notes of friends that she asked them, what would you have told your younger self? And so including mine, there is mine in the book. So if you happen to watch this video and you feel that you want to have a guest, or someone who could have a guest with her book, even if it's online, personally I do a lot of things online with my book, or in person if you're in Ontario, or maybe you come and visit us in the Maritimes. Giselle used to be in the Maritimes. That's where we met.
That's right. Many years ago.
Yes. So any opportunities or interviews, I'm calling out to all of you beautiful women in my community who are networkers, who have a big network, and let's get that book out and known. So how to reach out, Giselle? It's, I'm going to tag you in the post.
I'm also on Facebook.
Yeah, you're on Facebook.
The name,
yeah. Yeah. And then I put the link to her book in the description around this video. And then if you cannot find her for whatever reason, just reach out to me and I will connect you happily with Giselle. So Giselle, I'm very, very happy to kick off the celebration for my own birthday book with you.
Happy birthday.
Because, merci. Because it takes a lot of courage to write a book and publish it and use it to use it not just for your families and friends, and it's like to really touch some key people that you want to reach, and that is very bold. And I just want you to know that, Giselle, and I know you feel it because you went through it, but it's just beautiful. So anything else you want to add, Giselle, as we are wrapping up?
No, I look forward to hearing from anybody who has read it, would like to read it, knows people who would appreciate reading it, whatever. Like you say, it's about getting out. A book that's not read is not, the reason for reading it is so that it can serve a purpose. And so, yes, I thank you. You're celebrating a year, I'm celebrating a month, so I don't have my shakers, but
let's do this. Let's put her, their sister and brother.
Yeah, there you go.
Yay!
Yay! Yes, yes. Thank
Hello.
you. Thank you. Yeah, these are things that I do because you encourage this, and I'm still working at that. So I thank you for making this possible.
I receive, Giselle. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. I'm so excited. I love talking about our adventure together because it's all started, for those of you who are in the community, you've heard of Magic with Social Media Love because I keep talking about it. But this is where everything started for us, you know, when you start really coming back to what you desire the most and listen inside of you that it's here. There's a little whisper saying, hey, don't forget me. Don't forget me. Life goes by. Don't forget me. And then you heard that and you said, let's go. And you did it. And the book is here.
It's real. It's real. And we didn't talk to each other about the colors we wore today.
Oh no, yeah.
That's both happened to show up in purple. My favorite color.
That's our color. I think it's a color, maybe Farrell is going to be watching, but I think purple is the color of healing, I think.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was royalty.
There's something around it.
It's something about royalty. So there we're
royalty as well.
The queen of of books. Yes.
Okay, Giselle. We'll do other interviews, I'm sure, about the book. So keep sharing the beautiful testimonials you get because it's so cool to read what people say. I love that.
It is.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
You can stay backstage with me for a minute.
Okay, all right.